Greetings, my fellow Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac warriors. Today was a nice day. We had like, 13-14% up, and in the morning, Bill Ackman gave interview with Maria at Fox Business News. If you missed it, you can go at at Bill Ackman's Twitter account, and he reposted the video, the link from Rick Nigara about the event, and with a link of his video, so you can watch it. So don't miss it. On top of that, the stock went up and down, and at the end we end up really nice, like $15 or like 15, no 15, not yet 15, but soon. 11, 15, something like that. It is 11:30. So we had a good run. So it was a nice day for all of us, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac investors. The question I would like to cover today is actually about, so let's say one day you're satisfied with the gains that you made with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, and you want to sell it, but you don't want to sell it because you know that those companies have excellent future. And let's say that we are passing the IPO, stock is like $50, but you believe it will be like $300,000-$500,000 in the next couple of years when they are listed in S&P 500. But your wife want money to pay off the house or whatever. You want to go on vacation, so, and you don't want to sell the stock. So what to do? So you can do the stuff what rich people do, and we all know that they don't pay the taxes, and that is truth. So let's ask ourselves how they do it. If you ever heard about loan against the shares, you can call your broker and the bank that you have the account with and where your shares are, and ask them about loan against the shares, or SBLOCK, like say security-backed line of credit. For example, if you have like huge capital gain and you bought, and if you have huge capital gain, you need to pay a lot of taxes. But with loan against the shares, you can also avoid paying capital gain taxes, because you're paying capital gain taxes in case that you sell the shares, but with loan against the shares you don't. So let's say you have large capital gain, so you need to pay 20% in taxes, but that is only happening in case that you sell the shares, because at that moment you will have the capital gain. Unless you sell the shares, you will not. So a loan against the shares is actually like a regular security loan. It's something like same as HELOC, but only instead of your house, you pledge your security, stock, bond, or ETF, whatever you have on the account. And to understand how much you can pull out, let me do this quick calculation. Let's say that Fannie Mae go to 100. What is my low expectations? And I need money. So if I sell 1,000 shares, I will sell it for 100,000. My cost is 10,000. Let's say I bought it yesterday, and that $10 a share, 1,000 shares, $10,000. That implies that in case that I sell them on when they reach 100, it implies the capital gain of 90,000. And on 90,000, 20% is 18,000. So in total, pure profit for me would be $72,000. And on top of that, I don't have any more those 1,000 shares. They cannot grow anymore. They don't receive dividends. They're gone. But if you take loan against the shares, you will pledge your security and you will still own the shares. If it grows, you will participate. You will also receive dividends. You need to pay the interest on that borrowed money, but it is still less than what you would pay the capital gain. So here's a little bit of info about the loans against shares. First, you need on your account you need to have more than $150,000 in your portfolio. Second, you can loan like 50 to 70% of your portfolio. So if you have like, let's say $200,000, you can borrow 140,000. Instant interest rate at least last week was around $6%, and basically those shares will not be able to be pledged unless certain time passed. They call that maturity. So in 30 days after IPO, your shares will become marginable. And there are two situations. I talked with Schwab, and they said that it needs to pass 6 months after the IPO or uplisting on New York Stock Exchange that we'll be able to take the loans against the shares. And I also talked with Chase, and they only found that it needs to pass 30 days after IPO, but that is not completely correct, definite information, because they didn't know. They found actually for marginable security, but not for loan against the share. And what is important, by doing that, you will be able to pull out the money from the stock market, pull out the money from your shares, still own them, and if the company grows, if the stock grows, you will still participate, but you will not be excluded from the share. So call your broker, ask them about loan against the shares, because that is the next step. What is the best to do instead of selling the shares, pay capital gain, and end of the story. Like this, you will pull out the money, pay like 66% and per year, and still be in the game. So I think that is much better idea. So we'll see each other most probably tomorrow to talk about some other subject. Greetings, my fellow warriors of FNMA and Freddie Mac. We'll win this fight.